Here we go. We're starting. We're live. Oops. And welcome everybody to a horrible, crappy show. As you read my intro, yeah, you'll see me in just a second. Hang loose and enjoy the graphics. No rush. I hope everybody can hear me. I should be blowing your eardrums out. What's up there, big bro Barry? Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. Yeah, it's a very, very cool intro. Let me see here. Yeah, the reason I'm not pulling my screen up yet is that we have a very special guest behind the curtain. And that's why I said in the beginning, if you guys actually read the stuff I put out there, it says, welcome to a crappy show. We have a crappy guest tonight. Ha ha ha. That's what I said. And I am blowing the speakers. Great. See, I can't please you guys, man. I'm either too low, too loud. However, because you guys are my lovely guests, I will turn myself down. And welcome, seriously, guys. We have an awesome show tonight lined up for you. So the first hour, let me do this so everybody can see. We will be featuring this young man, and there he is, ladies and gentlemen. The first hour, we have a live interview with Eric, one of Singsnap's artists, as well as Eric has his own YouTube channel now where he's doing a lot of cool stuff, a lot of great videos, which you guys will get to see tonight. Eric has shared our stuff. Eric, you shared your things. I'm actually looking at it right, Eric. Look, I can touch Eric's forehead. See this? Look at right there. See, look at that. I'm rubbing Eric's head. Eric, how does that feel? I feel good?
I feel like all tingly inside.
See? Well, that's what happens when I touch people. They get all tingly inside. What's too low? My mic's too low or Eric too low? See, Eric, this is what I go through every night. I don't know what's too low. You gotta be a little more specific.
Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cranked. That's creepy, Denny. Yeah. Well, just pooped yourself, Joe Norman? Oh, popped. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay. Moving forward and onward. So this, again, is Eric, guys. He's doing a live interview with us for the first hour of the show. Second hour, I am randomly picking members from the chat to be featured. All right, because we don't have anything lined up. And, I mean, Eric's more than welcome to stay, and Eric and I can pick artists from the chat members if he'd like to do that. So that's how we're going to roll it tonight. We're going to do an hour with Eric, and then if Eric wants to stick around, entirely up to him, then we will pick you guys from the members here. But you have to be chatting here in order for us to pick you. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, Eric.
Oh, I'm sticking around.
See, Eric's sticking around. All right, cool. Let me see here. We're doing fine now, Connie. All right, Eric, thank you so much, man, for joining. I appreciate it. Such an honor to have you here. A lot of great videos you did. I've seen a lot of your YouTube stuff that you shared with me. Really, really cool stuff, man. And I love the fact that you use all of those graphics and backdrops to incorporate your stuff. So welcome.
Well, I'm really excited to be here. I did hear that you asked every other person on the planet, and they said no. So I was glad. Right. I knew eventually you'd get to me.
I did. I asked everybody. Everybody rejected. Eric was the only one. He was the last resort. So here he is.
John called me up and said, "Have a little bit of pity on Danny, will you? Please, just go on his show." So here I am. John convinced me.
I choked on my Pepsi. Yes, Eric. We also are you guys able to see the closed caption? Eric, want some of my Pepsi? Excuse me. Yeah, Eric. He said, yes, just not yet. Gotcha. Yeah, Eric and I were. Eric, is that a Pepsi you just had in your hand?
I'm Canadian. It's a beer.
It's a beer. See, it's a beer. He's Canadian. Yeah. So prior last night and stuff, Eric and I were, mingling around for about a good hour. There's a lot to it. Eric can contest to that. When you're doing the live, the backdrops, your music, and everything else like that, the graphics, there's a lot to it, Eric, isn't there?
There certainly is. It's not as smooth a process as you might think.
Yes. And speaking of processes, let me put on my smart-looking glasses, everybody. John, I typically drink Coke. You know that. However, I am a Pepsi drinker sometimes as well. Now, this is not set in stone, Eric, but of course it's generalized because I know that you have a lot of what I'll call Singsnap celebrityship. You are obviously a very popular individual, and I know a lot of people want to hear more about you, so hence why we're having a live interview with you, and also I love to get to know people more other than just Singsnap. So let's start it out this way, Eric, if you don't mind. Can you just kind of give myself and everybody a little quick bio about, kind of who you are, your type of music, and, things like that? We'll kind of take it from there.
Wow, who am I? I don't even know where to start with that. And from my perspective, I think I'm about the most boring person on earth. I've been singing for a while, actually. I started singing in grade school, and for a long time I thought it was because I had a teacher who was lovely, and I think that in my mind I thought that she could see that potential in me to be an amazing singer. So she would pull me out of her class and send me to the choir. I went to a Catholic school, and she would send me over to the church to participate in the choir. I didn't find out until years and years later. I actually irritated the hell out of her, and she just took the opportunity she just wanted, the teacher. She just wanted to get rid of me for a couple hours a day. So she hoisted me over to the church choir to get rid of me. So that was my my very unglamorous introduction to being a singer. So,
excuse me, I'm not used to Pepsi, man. Sorry, I apologize.
Is it just Pepsi, Denny, or is it like Pepsi Plus? Maybe I'm wondering if there's a little more in that than.
It's no, Eric. Truth be told, man, I wish I could. Sometimes I enjoy a straight whiskey. I love like Tennessee whiskey, but no, it's straight Pepsi. You know what it is, Eric? The difference: Pepsi is very, very sweet, as opposed to Coke. Coke's more acidic-y, so it kind of tickles my throat a little bit, all the sugar. I needed something to stay awake.
Fair enough.
Your teacher, of course, and when did you, at that age, how old were you again, you said, roughly?
It was grade 3 or 4, however old you are then.
Okay, so grade 3 or 4. Were you always, like, around music when you were that age? Did you have music around you?
Well, I like to say that I think there was probably a radio playing Motown when I was born in the delivery room. It's always been a part of my life. I come from Nova Scotia, which is Canada's equivalent to New England, just to, frame it for you. We are worried about this weather event coming along too. I was speaking to some of my relatives, and just like Denny, they are battening down the hatches and preparing for a pretty concerning weather event. But we're a very musical people, and I grew up listening to my dad and my uncles playing guitar and piano and any kind of instrument they could get their hands on. And it was just part of our everyday sort of existence, Friday or Saturday night, or sometimes both. Everybody would get together, and if we were really lucky, the cousin that played the violin would come along, and it was just some of my best memories growing up are those times when everybody was playing music, and it was everything from John Denver to the Beatles to Gordon Lightfoot to Peter, Paul, and Mary, and anything in between.
Peter, Paul, and Mary. I'm trying to think. Is that a group?
Peter, Paul, and Mary, Denny. They were one of the most prolific folk country groups of the 50s and 60s and 70s. Mary Travers was this beautiful blonde woman, and she was backed up by these two dudes, and they came out with some of the best songs. They were really amazing.
Wow.
Am I the only one here that remembers Peter, Paul, and Mary? Somebody, John.
John. Well, obviously John does, because he said Denny. So I'm going to, yeah. Well, listen, John knows all that stuff anyway. So I don't know about anybody else. Well, aside from so far Eric and John, does anybody else know Peter, Paul, and Mary, or of Peter, Paul, and Mary, who they were? I've never heard that, and maybe I should feel ashamed being a music lover. I don't know. See? Kent says nope. Let me see. I don't think anybody else does. Oh, well, Dennis does. Dennis said that folk music, Eric? Okay. Well, then Dennis does. Bev does. Oh, Kent, you do. Oh, okay. Oh, Puffy! Puff the Magic Dragoon.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So you're into Puffy. Now, Eric, what I found interesting, you're very articulate in your speech and everything, your language. And I picked up on that right away when you and I were first talking. And so you're a professor. Is this correct?
Apparently, that's what it says on my office door. I don't quite 100% believe it myself, but...
So did any of you know that the artiste and the gentleman we have sitting right here, please rub your head again. Sorry, man. Okay.
I'm getting all tingly inside.
Yeah, there you go. That Eric is a professor. Other than a singer-songwriter, musician, all the musical stuff, he's also a professor. I have a professor sitting right next to me. I have a professor. And see, my dog just conferred. He's outside the door barking at me. But so you're a professor. Now, I'm going to assume professor, hence the term, you teach in college.
I do indeed. I teach at a place called Centennial College, which is it's as far east in Toronto as you can possibly get and still be in Toronto. When I look out my office window, I see wilderness. That's how far east I am.
Wow.
Yeah. And the occasional deer.
How long have you been teaching, Eric?
About 6 years.
Good for you, man.
Just about 6 years, yeah. I had worked in mental health, and I had spent 15 years with the Toronto Police Crisis Team prior to that.
Wow.
And whilst I was doing that, in between 911 calls, I was diligently working on a master's degree in education, and I'm actually in a PhD right now, so it's been a hell of a ride.
Wow. Yeah, well, Judy, Eric, I hate to disappoint and discredit all your status, but yeah, Judy's right. I've been called doctor, so I don't know if that qualifies me as a doctor, but Dr. Denny is, kind of what my title is. Now, it's not on my resume, but I find that intriguing, right? Because this is why I love doing these interviews. you can clearly tell how much you love music, and it emulates from everything that you do, especially with the next video, or the first video we're actually going to be showing. But you never really get to know the people who are singing the songs. You may see them on video, some have them, right? But for the most part, on a personal level, you know, we really don't get to know the actual people behind the music. And this is why I love doing this, because I think that it allows others to see who you are, not just a singer or songwriter or musician, you know what I mean? But it allows people to know more of you other than just the music. And I think that's super important, in my opinion. I didn't know that. Hey man, you have a lot of good credentials. Let me see here, Eric. Let me just move on to another first question here. All right, literally from my sheet, and then from there we're gonna play one of your videos for everybody to see. And don't forget, Eric, he can put it up there in the chat, but Eric has his own independent YouTube channel. He's got quite a few videos and growing, so he's doing a really, really good job up there. Check him out, give him a lot of support, show your love for him. And so what, or who rather, inspired or influenced you to music?
I think it was likely what I was exposed to when I was a kid, and being an East Coast Canadian with 3 radio stations and 1 TV station, if you were really lucky, if the wind was blowing the right way. My uncles and my dad would hear some Gordon Lightfoot songs, and they were kind of like myself. I can play piano and I can play guitar by ear. I can't read music though. They were like that, and they'd hear whatever Gordy 3-chord Gord had come out with that month, and they'd listen to it a couple of times, and they could play it, and they could play it really, really well. So through kind of vicariously through my uncles and my dad, I got a lot of exposure to Gordon Lightfoot, and not too long after that, Anne Murray, of course. You can't have one without the other.
Right.
And later on, Jim Croce, and then I really got into CCR as I got a little bit older, and I started, having a bit more independence and what I wanted to listen to. I listened to a lot more country, a lot more folk music. John Denver has been a huge influence, because I've actually got my range is almost identical to his, so I can sing virtually any one of his songs. So, and it's just kind of grown from there. I never thought I'd be interested in show tunes, but lo and behold, I got cast in a couple of plays, and when I was young and skinny and had all my hair, and I started developing an interest in show tunes, which is really weird. I never saw that coming. So,
well, I mean, just because you can't write music, I know a lot of people, I for one can't, right? But so you can hear it and then just kind of play it by ear, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's cool. And that in itself, I think, is a unique gift to have, because believe it or not, Eric, and I know you know this, but there are many songwriters who don't hear music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They just write. And I think that the difference is when somebody can hear the actual music, that as opposed to somebody who can write the music, it just makes that huge separation, I think. And when you combine them together, like you said about your uncles and stuff, and I love the fact, man, that you had somebody in your family that played violin. None of my family members ever played violin, so that must have been cool, being around a violinist.
Well, he was kind of our goofy cousin, and looking back, I think he probably had some mental health issues. But some days he was showed right up with his violin. He was just rearing to play with everybody, and then we wouldn't hear from him for a couple of months, and we would just assume that he was off doing his own thing. But he could play the hell out of that violin for sure.
I like how he doesn't watch the show, does he?
No, he is long since passed. he's gone to the other side.
Mental health issues. Oh boy. All right, Eric, we're gonna feature one of your videos here, and let me see here. I think I can do this. Yeah, I'm going to send people a link. This is Something Stupid. Now, this is a duet with a female, I believe, and I don't know her name, but here is the link, ladies and gentlemen, to Eric's channel. So can you just kind of give people a little intro to this first video, Something Stupid, that we're going to be watching?
So I would love to. So when I put these videos together, I actually use a lot of podcasting when I'm teaching. And I use podcasting because I have probably 30 to 40% of the students that I see, English is a second language for them. So they really like to hear whatever I'm blathering on about that day, whatever my lecture is. And God love them. They want to go home and listen to it 2 or 3 more times. So I started podcasting everything so they could do that. And they say not only does it help them understand the content, but it helps them to acquire English speaking skills. So when I put a video together, like this one coming up is it's a duet of that classic old tune, Something Stupid. I'm putting the video together to sing, but I'm also experimenting with video production techniques, like bringing in title cards and making it visually appealing, because that's what I'm doing in the lessons as well. So this is just an incredible singer on Singsnap. Her name is Kathleen Nesty, and I know that I believe she's Indonesian, which is really remarkable because thanks to technology today, I get to sing with this incredible singer on the other side of the world. So we've been chit-chatting back and forth, and we decided we would try this song, and she's quite thrilled with it, and I think we're going to do more. But this is Kathleen, and all
right,
this is our song.
All right, well, here it is, Something Stupid, and I sent you guys the link. All right, let's check it out. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
I know I'll stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I can see it in your eyes, you still despise the same old line you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you, for me it's true, I've never seemed so right before. I practice every day to find some clever lines to say to make the meaning come true. But then I think I'll wait until the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The timing's right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and all the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. The time's right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and all the night is so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. 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 I love you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Eric, nicely done, man. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Nicely done. That was absolutely amazing.
You see how she scolds me a bit at the end because I kept forgetting the fourth I love you. So she just had to remind me, don't you forget that.
So, you actually met her online, right, through YouTube.
Yeah, I accessed her channel, and I was really impressed with what I saw, and then I was impressed with what I heard. But initially, I was impressed with what I saw. And by the way, you know, very nice that all you people, commented how beautiful she is and whatnot. Not one single comment about how I look. Not one. Don't even bother. That ship has sailed. You missed the opportunity. I'll remember you all.
Welcome to my world, brother. welcome to my world. No, that was good, man. I like that. And did you guys rehearse prior, like that song? Did you have to? I mean, obviously because you've never met her, right? So did you guys did you say, hey, listen, this is my name. This is what I want to do. Would you be interested in singing with me? And she just said, yeah, okay. Or did you kind of have to send her something to show her, like this is what you want to do? I'm just curious as to how you were able to get that all collaborated.
She had a track already of just her singing a version of that song. And then we talked a little bit about it. I said, I'd like to join you and use this on my YouTube channel. And then she re-recorded it a few times. We went back and forth, and she pointed out that I kept forgetting the last "I Love You." But it's really what an amazing world it is now that we can actually do things like this. We can collaborate with people all over the world. I mean, I've got some Singsnapper friends like John and Connie and quite a few other people we've never met. Everything we do is online over this amazing, incredible thing we call the internet. Now we can produce some pretty decent quality songs. We had I don't know if how many people remember, but John and myself and Danny and Greg had a little group for a little bit called Four Tune Tellers, yes. And we loved it. We had such a great time, but we are the four busiest people on Singsnap, and we just couldn't. We didn't have the extra time that something like that required. But we had a Canadian, 2 Americans, and a New Zealander, and we were somehow able to blend our voices and produce some really amazing tracks. It's something. It's really something incredible.
No, you guys did. I'm actually glad you brought that up because you guys did a really good job with that. The harmonics were there and stuff. And I mean, I'm sure, in time when, everybody can, kind of coordinate scheduling and stuff, because like you said, it's tough, right? I mean, internet is great. It's awesome for doing, especially for, like-minded people like we are, for everybody kind of just to hook up, and we're literally worlds apart, some of us. And, to be able to do this with other people and, connect, I think, in a way, Eric, that is unlike anything, in the fact that you guys did that. You did some really, really great tunes together and stuff, and hopefully, I mean, who knows, in time, maybe you guys can kind of bring it back in and try it again. But yeah, scheduling's tough, man, but you guys did awesome with that.
Well, we were having such a good time with that. I mean, having the opportunity to work with Greg, who's got an incredible background. Greg's been featured on the show, as has Danny. We kind of had to carry John along, to be honest with you. He was always the wild card. But God love him. If he showed up sober, he could almost remember all the lines. We tried to get him on a Monday morning. Kidding, of course. John is probably the most accomplished singer of all of us, and he's got this incredible ability to coordinate and harmonize, which I'll never reach his ability at harmonizing. But it was a great time. We just never had. We all do so many other things in our day-to-day lives. We just didn't have the time to put into this. It was just more than we were able to do. But you never know. Maybe at some point in the future.
Of course. Now, Eric, what do you? I know you're into the cinematic music and stuff like that more, like theatrical or whatever. And of course, judging by the genres that you sang in your, recording library, not just from Singsnap, but now, of course, your YouTube channel there. For me, I can tell you it's tough, and I know for a lot of people it is. This next question. What do you say what type of artist or genre? And I know it's hard to be specific. You don't have to, but what would you more say would be the populist out of that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you categorize yourself as far as that?
I think if I really had to restrict myself, I would say, and it's not even restricting myself. I tend to enjoy the things that I know I can sing.
Right.
So I tend to like music, like country and western music, the new stuff, and I love the twangy old stuff too. Give me a Lefty Frizzell tune, and I am a happy man. You probably never heard of Lefty Frizzell, and maybe I'm dating myself just a little bit. I'm sure John has heard of Lefty Frizzell. Some of the old stuff, even Slim Pickens and that crowd. But I love the new stuff too. I like songs that I can sing. I love country and western. I love folk. Believe it or not, I love show tunes. I still can't quite say that without kind of choking over the words. But I love show tunes. I like a lot of modern pop. What I can't stand though, and John knows this really well, I've got very, very sensitive hearing to sound artifact. So I can tell if a song's been auto-tuned, and it just drives me effing crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on board when it comes to the auto-tune crap. I 100% agree with you on that stuff. And why? Like that why? Like, what are you trying to hide? You know what I'm saying? Be who you are. You don't have to be. And I think you and I have discussed this, matter of fact, the other night. And I said, you have. Excuse me, I took another sip of my Pepsi. But you have people that have like angel voices, that are just like what you hear it and it just hypnotizes you, And then you have the okay, people. Like, I have an okay voice, and I'm okay with that, but I don't try to hide or disguise that, and that's the one thing that I think is great about the people and artists, Eric, that we all know. Everybody is who they are. Like, there's nobody fake, and I don't think you have to be anything other than who you are. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Well, I gotta tell you, Denny, my dad's second wife, who I'm very, very close to, still close to this day. Dad passed away about 25 years ago, but we're still really close. She is the biggest Elvis fan on the planet. And
Awesome.
I let her listen to some of your covers of, your many covers of Elvis's tunes. And I can say, if you ever want to move to Canada and marry a woman to become a Canadian citizen, she's in her 80s, but, she's vivacious, and she would take you on in a heartbeat. She is just in love with how you sing Elvis.
Well,
so you got options, buddy. There's options out there for you. And we'd be relatives then, kind of.
Excuse me. Wow. First and foremost, please let her
That's
know.
all choked up there, right?
Yes, you did. Thank you. You're from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate that. That's very kind. That's very sweet. That's one of the nicest things I've heard, to be perfectly honest with you. No, that's cool, man. I like you. I don't look at myself anything better than anybody else. You know what I mean? And I think too, Eric, what I've noticed about you is when you're singing the different varieties of songs and you're doing your videos and stuff, is that you're real. You're true. Not only to yourself, but you're true to the song. And the other good thing that you do is you try to bring across that emotion and that feeling to express that moment. You know what I mean? Like, you try to bring that song to realism. And I think that's very important, man. Even though, yeah, you're having fun, right? But I think it's also very important to enjoy what you're singing, because that just makes the song all much more better. And you do a good job with that, man. You really, really do.
Well, you know, the reality is, when I'm out there singing a song, I promise you, nobody's having a better time than I am. Even if I was the worst singer on the planet, I'd still have a damn good time singing my brains out. So,
But that's the important. See, that's the whole thing, Eric. That's the fun of it, right? I mean, we all here love music, whether you play an instrument, whether you sing, whether you dance. It's music. Music is expression. It's been around before man. Matter of fact, it was in the book of Genesis. And it's always going to be around, right? So music literally surrounds us. And if you can't enjoy yourself and have fun with music, then why do it? Why be miserable and grumpy? Do you ever see those people, Eric, that they sing and they just, it's almost like they're talking. They have no oomph. You know what I mean? It's like, why?
yeah, there's quite a few artists like that now, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. It couldn't be me. I would never be able to put this much time and effort into a hobby that I didn't enjoy as much as I enjoy this.
Do you find, Eric, that before you really started doing music professionally, right? Do you find that prior to that and up until this point, that music has helped you in a positive way, where it's either one, it's allowed you to grow, to change, to, perhaps think differently, maybe, I don't know, improve certain things in your life than otherwise if you didn't have music that you wouldn't have? Because I know a lot of people, really got involved in music. It's taught them a lot of different things. Humility, to be a little bit kinder, more respectful, and especially patience. So have you found that music has helped you do those things?
I think pretty much every point that you brought up, I can think of a time in my life where I became aware of how music was impacting me. One of the first things that I realized was it's made me a better teacher. It's given me the confidence. If I can go on Singsnap and risk making a complete and total arse of myself, that I can get up in a class. And I never wanted to be the kind of teacher that students forgot. I wanted to be the kind of teacher that that was able to bring meaning into their journey and help them along in in this trek to reach wherever they want to reach. I wanted to have an impact. I wanted to expose them to the greater issues that we all face in this world. And I have the confidence to do that now. And I think it's kind of because of Singsnap. It's one thing to sing in front of family because they're family, right?
Right, you can make an ass out of yourself, yeah.
But I frequently do, and ask them sometimes. But to go on a public website like Singsnap and belt out a song, I mean, you're putting yourself out there. And anybody that does that, anybody on Singsnap that has the courage to do that, it's not an easy thing. It gets easier after a while. But music is everything. We sing and play music when we're happy. We sing and play music when we're sad. There's music at weddings. There's music at funerals. It's just everywhere. It reflects the human condition and gives you a lot of insight into where people are at. So it's everything in my life.
Good point. All right, Eric, before I ask you your other remaining questions, what we're going to do is I'd like to move on to one of your other videos here. Let me see. I think this next one here, let me just copy this for everybody so we can put it right there in chat. And guys, don't forget, stream over to Eric's YouTube channel. Show the man some love. Subscribe to his channel. This way here, it helps him. Trust me, we need all the help we can get here too. But so Eric, this next one that we're going to feature right now, this is everything And if you want, before we scroll in there, just give us a 30-second intro to this next song.
Now, what song is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Everything cover by EM.
So I've got a love-hate relationship with Bublé.
Me too.
He is a perfect, amazing big band singer. He's a hell of a nice guy, but he's a big fan of the Vancouver Canucks. And I, as a red-blooded Toronto Maple Leafs fan, I don't know if I could see him without punching him in the face. So I do reluctantly, occasionally will cover one of his songs, all the while trying to keep the bile down when I see him in his stupid Vancouver Canucks shirt. So it's just a fun song. It's actually a request. I don't know who. Yeah, I want to put the hockey glove on and punch him, and then have the glove fall off while I'm punching him, like you see on Hockey Night in Canada. I don't know if you guys get that or not, but truth is, if I ever really met the man, I would probably be like a fangirl. I would probably stammer and stutter and wouldn't be able to say a thing to him. I'd probably pee myself. But this was a request.
All right. Remind me to never sing Michael Bublé for you. All right. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Everything. And don't forget, guys, there's his channel. We sent it to you, so check it out. Here's Eric.
You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play it coy, but it's kinda cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. But baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. You're a carousel, you're a wishing well. You light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery, you're from outer space. You're every minute of my every day. And I can't believe that I'm your man, and I gets to kiss you, baby, just because I can. And whatever comes our way, oh, we'll sit through. And you know that's what a love can do. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. So la 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 la. So la 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 la. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. Your every song, I sing along, 'cause you're my everything. So la 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 la. So la 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 la. La. 'Cause
there he is, ladies and gentlemen. That is everything. Eric. So you know what? That's cool. That's kind of like a raw, unplugged version, right? That you did there, or that's I'm kind of guessing on that, right?
Yeah, the track is actually from another YouTuber, and you know what I've discovered? You know how on Singsnap we're so very supportive of each other.
Yes.
It's incredible how much we go out of our way to support and be kind and give encouragement. I'm finding something very similar on YouTube as well. So when you put yourself out there on YouTube and you got a couple of songs on your channel, other YouTubers who do similar things will reach out and connect with you. So the guy that's playing the guitar track had complimented me on some song or other that I did, one of the first ones, and then we decided to. He said I could use that guitar track for that version of the Bublé song.
That's really cool.
Now my intention was to sing that song with a Toronto Maple Leaf jersey on, but the darn thing shrunk. It fit me so well 10 years ago, but the stupid thing shrunk and it doesn't fit me anymore. So no, so you don't pay for any of it. This is all under the Creative Commons license, so you're free to use it. But you waive any possibility of generating income on it through YouTube. So that's how it all works.
Yes,
So.
yes. And I think, Eric, right now would be a cool time for anybody here in the chats to ask Eric any questions other than your truly gorgeous host here. If you guys want to...
Who is that? Is there somebody else hosting?
Yeah, there's Monkey. He's...
Yeah, where's Monkey tonight?
Monkey and family had to take a little hiatus for this evening. But they will be back next show. But if you guys would like to ask Eric any questions, please feel free to do it now. He'll take some time. Let me see here. And Eric can see everything that I can see, so you can ask away, guys.
You just go ahead. Now, somebody made a comment about the text that came up live with Eric. We had to put that in because Denny kept forgetting my name. So he'd have a couple of sips of the Pepsi that he's supposedly drinking, and then he kind of comes to, who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, are you John? John, is that you? And then he kind of clue into that it was me. So he thought if we put that up, he'd remember that it would help him to remember it was me. So.
All right, Eric, you got some questions there, bro?
So.
It's all your own, Pee-Pee.
Why am I always so happy? I'm always so happy because in a lot of ways I had a really tough upbringing. And I mean, I'm not no different than anybody else growing up in in the mid 60s and early 70s. Times were tight, finances were tight, and I had a relative who was just always happy, not inappropriately so, but always took on a positive spin. She actually was a nun at the time, and she has since a couple of years she was a nun for a couple of years, always really happy, had a wonderful outlook. Then she met this really wonderful guy, and she resigned from the nunnery, and probably cursing us all to hell in the process, I guess. I don't know what the consequences of that is, but she met this beautiful guy, and they've been together ever since. And I realized, you've got a choice in life. No matter what happens to you, you can make a choice to be happy, or you can make a choice to be miserable. But it's a choice that you make at some point or other. So my choice was to be happy and find happiness in the people in my life and happiness in the kinds of things that I did. So that's why I'm always so happy. And I'm not always so happy, but generally I am. Dennis says, please explain the difference with just singing with somebody and harmonizing with somebody. Dennis, the person to ask is Maestro Pence. He is probably the most brilliant harmonizer that I've ever encountered, so he's the one that could answer that for you. So if you want to take a stab at it, John. Any other questions that I'm missing here?
Yeah, scrolls up fast, doesn't it?
Well, it's hard to keep. I used to. When I watched the show, I noticed that you would make comments about that, and again, I just thought you were having your special Pepsi,
Yes.
and you couldn't keep up.
Of course.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to track it all.
Yeah. See, guys. See. Now, Eric. He can relate because again, it's pretty. I mean, Eric is here with me, but he can see it. John was also here; he could see it. So, see, Denny Cool. That's why, hence the name that was given to me, Eric, is because I keep my cool. I'm just so cool. I make it look so easy for everybody. I actually have a question for you, and do you? Oh, Tess is saying, do you prefer YouTube or SS?
Well, Tess, you know what? I kind of realized that I think at this point I prefer YouTube. As much as the wonderful friends that I've made on Singsnap and whatnot, I feel as I'm progressing in this little hobby of mine, I'm able to do more with YouTube. And it's given me a chance to practice the video effects and the video editing and that kind of stuff. And I'm connecting with these wonderful people from all over the world that have kind of the same desire that I have, is just to kick back and relax and make some music. So I'm kind of enjoying YouTube more. I'll never give up on Singsnap, but I'm really, really enjoying all the options that YouTube has.
I agree with Eric. And again, it's definitely not taking anything from Singsnap. I mean, because 99% of our features obviously are Singsnap artists, which we appreciate and love. All of you guys. It's not so much the platform as it is the people that make that platform what it is. Vice versa. Singsnap gave people the tool, and the people just utilize that tool to its full extent, and thus everybody became this large community. And now, we have the ability to meet and share artists from around the world. And to Eric's point, yeah, YouTube, it's an entirely different beast. It just, like everybody we feature here, right? It allows people from just out of that community into a whole different type of community. You know what I mean? Singsnap, I think, is a really great expansion, and I think that the additive is YouTube. And it's a lot of work. Eric will contest to that. There's a lot that goes into doing that stuff, even as a hobby, like what Eric's telling you. But it's a love, it's a joy, and I can definitely agree with Eric on that. So I don't think he's saying that he's leaving Singsnap, by no means, no.
Well, I don't think I'd be allowed. I think
they'd hunt you down, Eric.
Some of my pals would be pretty annoyed, and I'd be annoyed if they left too. So Singsnap will always be a part of what I do. But wow, I'm having fun with YouTube, and being the complete and utter glory hound that I am, loving to be the center of attention. You reach a lot more people on YouTube than you do on Singsnap, since they changed their access. They don't have any of the free accounts anymore.
Yes.
So I've noticed comments and views have gone down quite a bit since they've done that. Having said that, though, I certainly understand why they did it.
Of
just
course.
For safety and virus protection and stuff like that.
Eric, not to interrupt you, but you have two more questions. One is from Matt, and one is also from Gypsy.
Okay.
Yeah, so Matt says, I love your backgrounds on your videos, and is that hard to set up?
It is not hard to set up. I actually, Denny and I both use the same program for that. It's called XSplit VCam. And if you shoot me a message on Singsnap, I'll send you a link to the website. I think it cost me $30 or $40. And if you've got a fairly decent computer, it allows you to insert a background into whatever you're singing. Now, those videos where I'm sitting in that, $500,000 studio, that's just a picture. That's not really where I'm sitting. It's this program gives you some really incredible abilities to insert backgrounds into whatever it is that you're doing. Now, the background we have right now, Denny and I kind of figured it out yesterday. It's actually Johnny Carson's background. So if it's looking vaguely familiar, you've probably spent a lot of your life watching Johnny Carson walk out between those curtains, and we really like that. you can do still images, but you can also do moving images as well. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see the flames or not, but you can do moving images as well. It's really cool.
Yes, yes,
So-
and also to what Eric just said too, that what we also use, Eric, is another. It's a whole different beast. It'll take you a while, but it's OBS. That's what, when you're streaming and doing the shows like we do and like what he does on his thing, that allows you have to kind of use them in conjunction. So there's a lot of moving parts to it. But I also think here, let me see, who else asked you a question, Eric? I just want to, Dennis, okay, Dennis said, Eric, the Canadian groups of the 50s and 60s, what effect did their music have on you? Good question.
Well, you know, that's a great question, but the reality is, growing up, all of our entertainment came from the U.S. We had better signals from Buffalo and New York and New England than we did from within Canada. So I grew up listening to American music, and to further complicate things, all of my advanced education, my master's degree and the PhD that I'm working on, I'm actually working on a second master's degree and I'm working on a PhD. It's all through the U.S.
Wow.
So I'm in a PhD program in Minneapolis right now. So in my mind, I don't think I could really look back and distinguish what group was Canadian or British, or what group was American. I love the Seekers from Australia. They had a big impact on me. So I'm very international when it comes to the music that's impacted me. I feel guilty sometimes. I feel like I should spend some more time appreciating Canadian talent, but I just don't have the time for that. I don't have the time to dig it up. I just grab the stuff that's that I can access pretty easily, and the stuff that I really, really enjoy.
Do you think, Eric, now I've heard music from all across the world, and there's some music, and again, it's a universal language, right? So we all understand, whether we understand what's being sung or played, the principle is music. So we all understand music, right? It's the one language that nobody really argues about. But globally, I know what mine is. But in your opinion, what country, nation, nationality, what have you, do you feel, to you, probably has the better choice, selection, quality, just overall better music?
I don't think I can answer that. I know that. My background is East Coast Canada, so my background is very, very Scottish and Irish, with just enough French in there to make it interesting. So I have a lot of exposure to that kind of music. But I love some of the chanting style music that comes from Africa. I love hillbilly music from the southern U.S. I think hillbilly music probably speaks to my soul like no other music I've ever encountered. Yeah.
Really?
Give me a banjo to listen to, and I'm a pretty happy guy. I don't think there's one that's any better or any worse. I think that it's just different, and it comes from the culture of the place, and it comes from the experiences of the place. Now, one of my aunts was property manager for a treatment center. It was a treatment center for women, and they would bring addicted women in for a 30-day period and drive them out and get them focused on getting their lives back together. She died a couple of years ago, and at her funeral, some of the Aboriginal, now you guys in the U.S., you call them Indian, but we don't call them that here. It's actually, for us, Indian's a bad word. So we call them Aboriginal. But they did an Aboriginal funeral ceremony, and there was not a dry eye in the place. We didn't understand the words. We didn't understand, what the songs were communicating to us, but the emotion and the feeling in the songs. I mean, I'm tearing up right now just thinking about it.
Wow.
Thinking about the love they had for my aunt, and to see how upset they were at her passing and what it meant to them. So, and I think that's the universality of music. I think that it doesn't matter what the language is, but you do get that meaning on a very, very deep and intrinsic kind of level.
Good point, man. Good point. That's interesting. That's really a good insight to it, Eric. Yeah, perhaps I worded it wrong. Yeah, you don't have to agree, and I think perhaps my question should have been worded differently. Not really better or worse, you know, because, but I think for me, you know, I do like bluegrass
I
stuff.
love bluegrass music. Love it.
For some reason, man, I don't know what it is, and I didn't grow up listening to it, believe it or not. You know, I mean blues and stuff like that, but I didn't grow up listening to bluegrass. But I've heard music from all across the world. Matter of fact, when I used to go on tour, you know, I'd meet many different guys and stuff, you know, come from different parts. And I found for me that, you know, the era of like the 30s, believe it or not, the 30s. I don't know what that is, Eric, but there's something about that time era, like that sound that just captured me. You know what I mean? And so it's very interesting because a lot of what you speak is truly understandable. And again, like you said, music it's a universal language. You may not understand what they're singing, but you feel it. You feel that emotion. You connect with them. Even though you don't understand what they're saying, you still kind of comprehend what it's about. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to speak the native tongue, but their music, you understand it. And I think that, for me, that just blows my mind like that.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. That's really cool. All right, Eric, I am going to play your final video, all right? Because we are, see, boom, hour and a half already, almost. We're going to play one more video by Eric, and of course, we'll send you guys the links. And then once we do that, Eric, you and I are going to choose members from the chat to have them feature one of their recordings. And they will have to send it over to Bev. And, of course, Bev will send it to me, and then we will feature them. So Eric and I will be choosing the members in here in chat. And it can also be somebody from the team as well. Doesn't matter. It's anybody who is in chat. We are going to be picking you guys just randomly tonight. That's how we're going to do that. I think that'd be really cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I think it's very nice. And I appreciate Eric being here with us. That's Eric, by far, man, I got to tell you, bro, definitely very interesting gentleman you are. Truly, man, I mean that with all my heart.
Can you just tell me, was this a better interview than the one you did with John or Danny or Greg?
Oh, hands down. I mean,
can you let them know that this was the best interview of all four, just so there's no doubt in their minds whatsoever?
Yes, I will send them an email.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course, bro. Oh, boy. All right, Eric, this final feature of this video here, let me just capture it for everybody. And yes, our shows, folks, we are improving. We are doing things beyond the speed of incredible. I will just say that. It's a lot of work. It's truly a lot of work. But again, we have folks like you guys out there, Eric, and the like. So that's really supportive. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, do subscribe. Also, sign up for the mailing list, because you never know, man. Someday the show could be gone, and you're gonna feel bad that you didn't. All right, Eric.
Let's just guilt everybody into watching, okay?
Hey, if asking doesn't work, for the love of. Okay, so this final song here is Rhythm of the Falling Rain. Eric, just lead us quickly into this song.
So this was, is this the one that I did with Danny and with Greg?
Correct, this is a trio.
So this was one of the first YouTube videos that we tried to do, and it was really, I didn't really worry about how it sounded. For me, it was all about the video angle, and then I threw it up on YouTube, and literally threw it up on YouTube after I'd finished, and the feedback that I got from it was just out of this world. I didn't want to listen to it because I thought it was going to sound really crappy, and then I went back and I listened to it, and I was kind of blown away. Just by some dumb luck, I somehow put it all together, and I was able to wrangle the title card moving around and whatnot. I don't even remember how I did it, and it just turned out great. It's probably one of the most popular videos on my site.
All right.
Now, Danny and Greg will try to take full credit for the production value of that.
Especially Danny.
Just smile and nod and don't pay them any mind, and remind them that my interview was the best of all four. So.
All right. Here we go, my man. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The trio Rhythm of the Falling Rain, led by no other than Eric.
Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain, telling me just what a fool I've been. I wish that it would go and let me cry in vain, and let me be alone again. The only girl I care about has gone away, looking for a brand new start. But little does she know that when she left that day, along with her she took my heart. Rain, please tell me now, does that seem fair? For her to steal my heart away when she don't care. I can't love another with my heart somewhere far away. The only girl I care about has gone away, looking for a brand new start. But little does she know that when she left that day, along with her she took my heart. Rain, won't you tell her that I love her so? Please ask the sun to set her heart aglow. Rain in her heart and let the love we knew start to grow. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain, telling me just what a fool I've been. I wish that it would go and let me cry in vain, and let me be alone again. Oh, listen to the falling rain, pitter patter, pitter patter. Oh, listen, listen to the falling rain, pitter patter, pitter patter.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the rhythm of the Fallen Rain. The triple trio, hence that's what trio is. Eric, good job. Danny and Greg, they were okay. Danny's boy, he's gonna text me, right? He always does. He's gonna light my phone up.
Well, you'll note that neither of them showed up tonight, so clearly they are intimidated.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, they're not here because they are intimidated. That was good, man. That was good. I mean, listen, even Boo Boo, she liked it. This is Boo Boo. All right, I've had Boo Boo.
Boo Boo new?
No, Boo Boo is quite old. She's I've had Boo Boo since 2015. I actually bought her for my wife when she had open heart surgery, and after we had a house fire, and then about several months later she had open heart surgery. Yeah, so I got her Boo Boo, and yeah, Boo Boo's been around ever since.
Can you show Boo Boo on the screen again? Because
yeah, I sure can.
From what I'm seeing, Boo Boo looks a little bit satanic, dude. So
well, it's
if you're having a lot of bad luck, you might want to ditch Boo Boo.
You know what it is, Eric? The little highlights of green in her. It's showing her blue, right? Because she's green and blue. So the green that's in her is acting as a transparent thingamajiggy. You know, like
she looks like a demon from the depth of hell. So just you might want to think about your who you're associating with.
Roger that. Roger. Yeah, that's for a whole nother show. Speaking of which, I'm working on. It's called Denny Cool Unlimited. It's a whole different podcast within a podcast. It's insane. It's coming up. I'm hopefully to get that worked out. I was telling you about it the other night, Eric. It's going to be a panel of several people that we're going to be doing a podcast, and it's essentially an open forum where everybody has different opinions from different walks of life, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it, discuss many, many, many things. Music, of course, being one of the many, many things.
Well, we were supposed to have met briefly just to make sure all the tech works, and then over an hour later, we kind of realized that this is what happens when geeks collide.
Yes, you did say that.
Go off on multiple tangents about things and talk about things that only a true techno geek would really appreciate. So it was a great chat, a really good time.
We did. What was I on, Judy, when I bought that? Really, to be honest with you, I was on pure adrenaline. Yeah, sleepless nights, back and forth to hospitals. I, at that time, had 2nd and 3rd degree burns.
Jeez.
Yeah. But anyways, so before we move on to our selected featured artists that Eric and I are going to choose, I really want to thank you, Eric, for participating, taking your time to be here with me, and of course to be here with everybody, sharing your YouTube channel, your music with us, and really the personal side of you. I think that it's great for a lot of people to know the artists that we feature, and of course the artists that you befriend on Singsnap as well.
Oh, wait a minute. You told me you were going to pay me for this because you couldn't get anybody else to come on the show?
Yep, John's sending a check as we speak.
Oh, God,
yeah.
Not a check from John. The last check you sent me, I dropped it, and it's still bouncing down the street. Just kidding. What a pleasure to be here, and what a great way to interact with. I know all of you folks already. We've sung together, we've commented on each other's songs and whatnot. But what an amazing opportunity! Thank you so much, Denny, for putting this together and giving us the opportunity to connect and interact in such a more direct way. It was really great. It was a really wonderful experience. Thank you so much, everybody.
Of course, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you, Eric, and of course, thank you everybody for joining us. We do appreciate it. Don't forget, check out Eric's YouTube channel. He's got a lot of other great videos on there as well. And maybe you can partner up with Eric, do a couple duets with him, and he can throw you up on his YouTube channel. I think that'd be really cool. That's another way to really broaden your horizons. Again, we're not trying to discredit any other platform. We love Singsnap. We all do, of course. But I think Eric's trying to accomplish something on his own, separate, and I really commend him for that, because it does take a lot of work even to do that. So that's very commendable. Okay, moving forward and onward, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it's going to work. So instead of doing, the quick picks and all that stuff during our normal featured artist night, right? Eric and I are going to choose random members here. You have to be in chat. Do not send us, please, any messages if you're not in chat, because then it wouldn't be fair to the members that are here in chat. So when you get picked, if you choose, you don't have to, but if you'd like, if Eric or I pick your name, you can send that recording right over to Bev, and if Bev don't mind, of course, Ma, we appreciate it. She will take that and then, of course, send it over to me. All right, so that's how it's gonna work. If you guys would like that, I think that'd be really, really cool. Oh, hey Dalton, how you doing? Nice. Oh, money came to Dalton's house. All right, cool. Cool.
Sure, certainly wasn't a check from John. Just kidding. He usually pays in cash. Government can't trace it that way.
That's right. Well, these days, yeah. All right, Eric, seeing how you are our guest, please, everybody, again, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to let Eric choose whoever he wants, of course, out of the chat members that we have here right now. And if you want to, Eric will pick one of you, okay? And then once Eric picks one, I will pick one, and then we'll get your songs up and rolling. And that's how we'll end up with the rest of our show. So, Eric.
Well, this probably isn't gonna come as a surprise to anybody, but I'm gonna throw it to the guy that's can take a lot of ribbing, and as I said, is probably the finest harmonizer that I've ever encountered, not just on Singsnap, but anywhere. I would be really honored, Maestro Pence, if you could share one of your songs with us.
All right, so that would be AKA John. Am I correct?
That is correct.
All right. So I literally have John's page up. John, you care what song I pick, or would you like to choose your own recording? So Eric picked you. I can just grab it from your recording, John. I have your page open. Or you can let me know or let Bev know whichever song you would like. Oh, there he, look at this. All right, there he is, right there, Eric.
Great.
Okay, well, all right. So, John, the song that, Eric, I'm sorry. The song that John chose for you to feature, it's Mr. Soul, and this is Buffalo Springfield. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eric's first pick of this evening, Argent, a.k.a. John, and here he is, Mr. Soul.
Oh, hello, Mr. Soul, I dropped by to pick up a reason for the thought that I caught that my head is the event of the season. Why in crowds just a trace of my face could seem so pleasing. I'll cop out to the change, but a stranger is putting the tease on. I was down on a frown when the messenger brought me a letter. I was raised by the praise of a fan who said I upset her. Any girl in the world could have easily known me better. She said, you're strange, but don't change, and I let her. While with a smile on my face turned to plaster. Stick around while the clown who is sick does the trick of disaster. For the race of my head and my face is moving much faster. Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
There he is. Eric, that is your first choice right there? Yes. That is Argent, a.k.a. John. I've never heard that song before, John. Good job, man. That was really cool. Eric, you ever heard that song?
Yeah.
Oh, well, of course you have. Yeah. Oh. Man, I feel like I'm just so out of the music realm right now, but, you know, between all the different groups and stuff you guys know that I've never heard.
You can't know all the songs out there, so.
Well, this is true. This is true. All right, John, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Yeah, you can do that too. You can literally put your link in there. I think you just copy it from the URL up there, right? And then so it's clickable, because you can't share it. I forget how John said you got to do it. What's it? You got to share it, or oh God, I forget. But anyways, what John did, it's clickable for me. I can put it right in there, and it clicks open. Yeah, I have a lot of blonde moments, Judy. That's why we created the Dorks group.
Yeah, you can just copy and paste the link. So my YouTube channel is called Secondhand Songs. You don't see, actually it does come up. So it's just me recycling secondhand songs. But you can put a link up to any song you want or anything in chat, and it's right there.
Awesome. There you go. All right. Okay, can't share. Okay, so you got to copy the link. All right. That works. All right. And I'm going to just kind of follow suit here, because I know for the last month she really hasn't been feeling well. So I like to call her Ma Bev, because she's just so motherly. So Ma, I want you to give me a song so that we can feature one of your songs, please. Or I can just go right to your page and pick one, whichever you'd like. But nonetheless, would you like me to do that? Would you like me just to pick one for you, or do you have one that you have in mind? See, that's how cool we are. I do. I love Bev. She's like a mom to me. She's just so mommyly. Mommy. Oh, and Eric too. You know, when
I would say she's like a big sister to me, because she's not old enough to be a mom.
Oh,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's if you noticed on where Eric is, the screen's getting a little darker right around his nose, right? That's not a glitch, by the way. That's not a glitch. All right, let me see. This is cool. All right, so Eric, Ma Bev has chosen "Ain't No Sunshine" by...
Oh, love it.
Yeah, by Chris Allen. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here she is, Ma Bev, "Ain't No Sunshine." And yes, I mute my mic.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's got to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Any anytime she goes away. And I know, 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 I know. Hey, I ought to leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Anytime she goes away. Oh, ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Nice job, Ma. Nailed it. Sounding really, really good. I like that. I like that version. That was really cool. Good job. Very nice. Sounds like the new system of yours is working out really, really well for you. That's a key thing too, man. You know, especially when you're doing these things, Eric, right? When you're making the videos and recording. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have the best, man. I started out just a regular microphone into the computer, you know.
Yeah.
And it worked, right? But I mean, I think really, if you really want to grab the overall effects of that song, and if you can, yeah, the systems, especially with all the stuff they have now, right, that you can get on your computer, the inboard stuff is amazing.
You can get away with a cheaper mic with Singsnap, because Singsnap compresses everything quite considerably. But you notice on YouTube, if you've got a cheaper mic or a cheaper setup, I think when I started doing the YouTube stuff, I upgraded what I had, my mic and whatnot, by a couple of $100, just because I could really hear it. So.
Definitely. No, it was very good. All right, Eric, it is your turn, my friend. So far we have picked John and Bev. So go ahead, my friend.
Well, it's such a tough call. I mean, we have so many amazing singers here today. It's such a level playing period. I just have to, revert to the people that I've sung with and the people that I've connected with. Probably kind of selfish on my part, but my very next choice would be Tess.
All right. So, Tess, if you can paste it into the chat members field, please do so. Eric has chosen you. You are the chosen one. Vodka again, Judy? No. Eric, you know what happened to me if I drank vodka?
I think we're seeing evidence of that right now, Denny.
That's sugar. that's
Sugar.
That's sugar, man. Eric, this is so nice, man, having you on here doing this with me. This is really cool. And not to desecrate Tess's talents, of course, by no means. But I like to change up. I like having different people, and I think moving forward, man, we should do more of this stuff where we have the interviews and then we can, pick artists right out of the, members category. I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's been great. I had a great time.
So while Eric is waiting on his pick from Tess, I am going to pick, let me see here. You know what? Sam and Dalton, you guys are, I don't know if you heard, but Eric and I are picking random members from the chats. All right. And you, of course, if you know how to just copy and paste it here in the chat link, so I can simply click on it.
Do you want us to pick something, Tess? Do you want us to pick...
Yeah, I mean, Eric can pick it. I can pick it for you. Oh, she said, please... Yeah, I can do that, Tess. Yep, I can go right to your page.
Okay.
Yep. No problems. I know that... and Tess, by the way, I hope you're feeling a little bit better. I know she had some type of a cold or something like that. Let me see here. I gotta make sure I have Tessa's page because there's a couple Tessas on here. However, I know there's only one Tess. Let me see. Yep, only one from Australia that I know. All right, Tess, I am going to pick one here. La, 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 la. So this one I am picking for Tess. I hope I did it. Yeah, I know. She typically does that, Eric. Usually when Tess does the co-hosting, she typically ignores me a lot. Like she'll mute me half the time.
What is it with these Australian women?
Bro,
Tess has her age there, and I don't believe it. There's no way Australian women age better than any women I've ever encountered in my life. What is the secret?
It's kangaroo juice.
Whatever it is, you just keep doing it.
All right, I have chosen. I'm sorry, Eric. I picked a song for Tess. All right, your next pick, and this is "How Do I Live" by Trisha Yearwood. So here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Tess-Olivia, "How Do I Live," Trisha Yearwood. And here we go. Here she is.
How do I get through a night without you? If I had to live without you, what kind of life would that be? Oh, now I need you in my arms, need you to hold. You're my world, my heart, my soul. If you ever leave, baby, you would take away everything good in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want you to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I, oh, how do I live without you? There'd be no sun in my sky, there would be no love in my life, there'd be no world left for me. And baby, I don't know what I would do. I'd be lost if I lost you. If you ever leave, baby, you would take away everything real in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want you to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I, oh, how do I live? If you ever leave, baby, you would take away everything. Need you and me.
Yeah, this she is, ladies and gentlemen. That is Tess-Olivia. How do I live? Very nice on that one, Tess. That's not an easy song to do by any means, Eric.
I'm well aware of that. You know, when I see that Tess has posted something, my expectations are already pretty high. and somehow she just manages to exceed even that.
Aww. What a nice guy.
Very true.
Yeah, what a nice guy. I mean, that brown is getting just darker and darker over there. Like I'm trying to adjust my video here. No, very good. That was very good. Okay, well, that was Eric's second pick here. And let me see. We've got Sam Clifton here. Sam, if you have a song, I want to have you put it right here if you can. That link, so it's clickable in the members chat if you know how to do that. If not, then you can send it over to Bev. Okay? But my next choice is Sam Clifton. I would like to feature one of your songs here. Eric and I are picking members randomly out of the chats, and you are in chat. So, Sam, if you can, and if you'd like, please send your link song in the chats or send to Bev. This way here we can feature you right up there. And while we're waiting for Sam, I gotta write this down here. I just happened to see Sam come up in the chats because they scroll fast, man, especially when you're doing all this funky jazz over here. Yeah, they scroll up fast, Eric. And one of the really cool things I think that I'm realizing tonight that I really, really like, Eric, I don't know about you, but I really, really like the interaction with everybody, especially, you know, how we did, he posted it in chat. Let me see. Oh, send it to Bev, Sam. Let me see. Yeah, you got to send the link, but the link has to go into... It's kind of like what... It's that... I don't know, Eric, if they can do the share. I don't know how that works. But, posted it in chat, he said. Yeah. Yeah, just send it, Sam. You like when you copy it, right, so it's clickable link?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. And I like the interaction with it because, you know, when you're hosting it by yourself, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I do. But it's just so much more enjoyable when you have other people, especially like the live video, like what you and I have set up and stuff, like what I do with Tess. It just makes it that much more enjoyable. And then, of course, the members interact, which is really, really cool.
Well, it kind of lets you relax a bit, and
it does.
You get to enjoy the process and not be exclusively accountable for the outcome. So now, let's be clear: if anything screws up, it is completely Denny's fault. I have nothing to do with it whatsoever. But it is kind of nice to, you know, have some, you know, have that interaction. It's like a classroom. When I get a classroom and the kids are really interested in what's happening and they're sharing their thoughts, even if they disagree with me, sometimes in a classroom I'll throw out the most outlandish piece of bullshit you've ever heard in your life just to get a reaction, and they just lose their little minds. But they're engaged, and that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing lots of engagement, which is just fantastic.
You know, I had a funny feeling that one of these days that was going to come back to bite me because obviously you watch the shows, and when something goes awry, I blame the team, you know. I never blame myself. I always say blame it on the team, right? So now Eric just kind of threw that back at me. But, touche, man, touche. All right, so up next, Sam gave us, and guys, thank you for doing that in the chats. It's so much easier. That's really cool. We got to remember that, Eric, next time. This way here, they can just post their stuff right in there. I think that's the easiest more. And I don't have to copy and paste and send you guys all that stuff because you're doing it for me.
It's right there.
It's right there. So what Sam chose was Drinking My Baby Goodbye by the Charlie Daniels Band. All right, Sam. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Clifton, Drinking My Baby Goodbye. A little Charlie Daniels going on for you. Good choice. I love Charlie Daniels, man. And here he is.
on the bar stool acting like a darn fool. That's what I'm a-doing today. Sitting here drinking, trying to keep from thinking I'm boozing my troubles away. Well, I couldn't make her stay, so doggone her anyway. She can't say that I didn't try to pull me another one. I'm finished with the other one. I'm drinking my baby goodbye. Every time I disagree, she was always asking me, are you a man or a mouse? Now that she's gone, she probably thinks I'm home just a moping around the house. But she probably thinks that she's the only thing that I just couldn't live without. Well, wouldn't it surprise her? I got a sympathizer as long as he bottles hold out. Well, I'm sitting on the bar stool acting like a darn fool. That's what I'm a-doing today. I'm sitting here drinking, trying to keep from thinking I'm boozing my troubles away. Well, I couldn't make her stay, so doggone her anyway. She can't say that I didn't try to pull me another one. I'm finished with the other one. I'm drinking my baby goodbye. Every time I try to sit down and talk to her, she always end up in a fuss. I tried to reason with her right up to the time she got on the Greyhound bus. Well, it'd have been better if I could forget her, 'cause she sure forgot about me. And if it takes all night, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna sit here till I can't see. Well, I'm sitting on the bar stool acting like a darn fool. That's what I'm doing today. I'm sitting here drinking, trying to keep from thinking I'm boozing my troubles away. Hell, I couldn't make her stay, so doggone her anyway. She can't say that I didn't try. Hold me another one, I'm finished with the other one. I'm drinking my
Yeah, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Clifton right there. Little CDB, a.k.a. Charlie Daniels Band. Sam, good choice of song that you sent over there, man. Can't go wrong with Charlie Daniels, bro. Definitely can't go wrong. Good singing, man. Timing's spot on with that thing too. Really good. Eric, what do you have in front of you? Is that a moose? Oh, that's your microphone.
None of us are seeing any wildlife.
It looks like a moose.
Danny, is your wife around? Could you maybe take that Pepsi away from you? I think
I'm telling you, man. From my end, it looks like a moose.
Well, at least it's not a pink elephant this time.
No, but, you know, I do have, though, these guys have to say hello. Ooh, almost dropped the baby. There's Mama Monkey, little brother monkey, and then I got to put Green Monkey in front. Look at it. He's totally, you can't see him.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's Green Monkey. Here's the monkeys. Monkey's uncle is Hiatus. See Green Monkey? Look at he's got a cloaking device on right now. And Eric. Uh-oh. This is Freak Show. You want to talk about creepy? This doll. And anyways.
Well,
yeah.
May I ask why you have that creepy doll?
I don't
Danny?
know. I seen it at a yard sale, and for some reason I purchased it. It was like $1. I at the time thought it would maybe be. You ever watch those things? People buy stuff and they're worth millions of dollars. Well, I was watching this show about a week or two prior to that, and I was watching a thing about porcelain dolls and how a lot of them are worth a lot of money. So a couple of weeks later, we went yard selling, and I seen this particular doll there. I'm like, ooh, I bet that's worth money. Come to find out it's not. But, yeah, I don't know. I hold on to it because it freaks me out. Thing's really creepy. I hold on to it, though.
And we have just a little more insight into the man we know as Denny. I see a book on the horizon, folks.
I'd love to write my own book, Eric.
Oh, it'll be the unauthorized biography of Mr. Denny.
Oh, I know. I don't know if I'm cracking up. I've already cracked up. But Sam, nice job again on that.
That was beautiful.
Yes, it was. Now I turn it over to my, well, he was the guest, but now he's not, so now he's my co-host, Eric. So, Eric, please pick your next featured artist from the members chat.
Well, I would like to hear now. Dennis, how do you feel about sharing some music with us? Mr. Dennis Shepard, would you be comfortable sharing some of your songs with us? I would love to hear one. Or did Dennis just drop out when Denny started talking about his creepy doll collection? And who could blame him, really?
Oh, Ken, come on. Cool is in question. No, listen, you know, to be cool like then it takes a lot of, well, I should say for the majority of people, Eric, to be as cool as I am, it's hard work. For me, it just comes natural. That's why I can do the things I do and still be cool about it. Many people, they can't pull it off as elegant as I can. But yeah, you're right. You're learning a lot of more insights when I drink Pepsi. You want it's just so much sugar in that damn thing. I'll tell you what, man. I get such a sugar high. It's insane. Okay. Yeah, Dennis said he would. All right, cool, Dennis. Yeah, I can't wait to hear that.
So Dennis, so just pick one and put the link, if you can, put the link in the chat for us, and we would love to hear it.
He's got Chuck under the desk. Judy, I don't know who Chuck is.
I say whatever him and Chuck get up to is entirely their own business.
Oh, Chucky the doll. So that's why I want to do a regular talk podcast, Eric, because I love talking about stuff like that, inspirational and other. But you can have like cool conversations. We have a panel, and of course, everybody's invited. But you just have cool conversations. And the unique thing about it is that everybody has a different perspective on things, right? Not one person's the same. Yeah. So you get to kind of share opinions with the panel and stuff, which I think is really cool. But Chucky the doll, they actually come out with a new movie, I think. I figured they would have hung that thing up a long time ago.
Well, when you're talking about the horror franchise with Chucky, well, when a movie costs you $1 million to make, and then you make $18 million in profits the first night that it's released, they're going to be spitting them things out forever.
That much, huh?
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Wow. All right, he sent it over to Bev, so as soon as Bev releases that to me, guys, we will get, let me see, Dennis up there. All right, and let me see. Oh, it's a TV show series. Aha! That's what I seen. Eric, it's not a new movie, it's a TV show. All right, moving forward. So Eric's next choice in the members was Dennis Shepard. And what he chose, Eric, was My Special Prayer. This was 1969. Percy Sledge. I like Percy Sledge. So,
lovely. Just lovely.
Here is your choice of artist tonight, Dennis Shepard. And Dennis, here we go, my friend.
While the choir sings Ave Maria, I was singing with all my heart, and I sing a special prayer up to heaven above, that you'll return to me before I fall apart. while the choir sings hallelujah. I was singing with all my heart. Darling, please come back and never leave me again. And this will be the answer to my prayer. And I wait here for the answer that you come back to me, I pray. If you stayed away another hour, I don't think I could last another day. While the choir sings hallelujah, I was singing with all my heart. Darling, please come back and never leave me again. And this will be the answer to my prayer.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. That is Dennis Shepard right there. My Special Prayer by Percy Sludge. Dennis, good job, man. Can't beat Percy. Can't beat those old school guys right there. Dennis, nice job. Good on you, as they say, my friend. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We appreciate it. Very nice.
Dennis, I asked you something in chat, and it flew by so fast you probably didn't see it. I want to know, Dennis, does this song have some kind of special meaning for you personally? Because as a singer, I can tell when somebody sings a song and it's coming from the heart and not from the brain. Not that you're not using your brain, but it really feels like it's coming from the heart. So does that have some meaning to you?
Good question, Eric.
And you don't have to share if you don't want to, but I'd love to hear.
Very good question. It's always nice. Yeah, and Eric, you're right. You can always tell when they're singing it, right? And they're putting emotion into their song. You know, while, let me see, he just fell in love with the song. No, he fell in love with it.
Fair enough. If you love the song, you should sing it.
That's right. That's right. He did fall in love with the song. And it shows. Eric is right. We always say that. It definitely shows when you put emotion. Too much Pepsi. Man. I'm telling you, last time, I swear, I'll drink Pepsi before I go to bed. Jeez. All right. Thank you very much, my friend. We appreciate that. Let me see. I know it's late for many people out there, so quite a few people have left, and that's quite all right. We appreciate you guys. I was looking for, because I haven't heard her yet. She pops in every once in a while, Aubrey, but I don't see Aubrey here any longer. So I don't think that she's in chats any longer. So she may have vamoosed off to Betty Bye, which is fine too. That's quite all right. Let me see here. Okay, Eric, you picked the last one. And I'm trying to scroll through the chats here. Let me see. I'm just going to select a name here. Who have we picked?
I see Aubrey there. Aubrey's up in the chat just a little bit.
Yeah, she was up there, but I think she left, Eric. I haven't seen her in... Well, of course, I don't know because it scrolls by fast for me. Let me see here. Okay, all right. Yeah, I think she vamoosed. let me see here. Let me see. Okay, we will choose. I'm going to pick one here. Mr. Perkins. Matt is a Perkin. Matt, send us your song, my friend, please. And we would like to hear one of your recordings. It could be any song you wish. And send it either to Bev or in the members chat if you know how to do that, okay? And then, yeah, we'll get you right up here. Yes, Matt Perkins. Is that smoke in the background from Denny too? Eric and I are so smoking hot that it comes off. That is our aura, is smoke.
It's actually smoke from all the wildfires in Canada here. We're still not doing great with those.
I like that, Eric. I tell you, I truly enjoy having you on, man. It's really. At least this co-host doesn't mute me, doesn't ignore me, and yell at me. You know.
Wait a minute. All those are options? You didn't tell me that before. Where's the mute button?
And by the way, that is distilled water with minced garlic cloves in it. I drink about 1.5 gallons a day, literally. All right, we are just waiting on Mr. Matt Perkin over here. Speaking about perking, I'm going to have myself, Eric, a nice, delicious hot cup of coffee after the show.
Oh, I'm having a gin and tonic after this.
Gin and tonic. You know,
Oh yeah.
See, this is why we have to have that podcast that I'm creating, so that we can have cool conversations. And you know what would be really, really nice? Of course, I'm working on it. But what would really be cool, Eric, is if we had six people, a panel of 6, doing a live podcast. How fun and cool would that be?
Yeah, it would be great. It would be a lot of fun.
See? Marshmallows and cocoa, yeah. Belle's like, no. Belle, it will be fun. You have 6 people, right? With all different perspectives. And of course, we don't involve politics and nothing like that. We just have fun talk. We pick a subject, of course, ahead of time. And, of course, a lot about music and stuff. But we get to joke around, have a lot of fun, interact with people. I think it would be an amazing time. I really do. And, yes, Eric, do you like hot chocolate?
Do I like hot chocolate?
Yes.
You know what? I'm not really. I don't inclined towards sweet drinks. I like my beer. I like gin and tonic. I tend to drink straight up water. So I don't gravitate towards sweeter drinks.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, listen, while we're waiting on Matt, okay, Eric, if you want to go ahead and just please pick one more artist. Yep, Sam, thank you very much. We appreciate you swinging by. Thank you so kindly. Don't forget, Sam, subscribe, please, to our show.
Thank you, Sam. Just a quick plug. If you are on anybody's YouTube channel, as well as the Singsnap channel, I've noticed the comments on Singsnap have gone down by about 50% since they changed their policy and had the free accounts. So it means so much to somebody who's singing a song, just to make a little comment. The views are great. The fact that somebody took the time to say, "Hey, great job, I really like your song," whatever you feel about that song, it means the world to the person that posted that song. Same on YouTube. So try to take that time just to make that, because that's really the only thing that person gets back from all their effort of putting that song together.
I agree. Okay, I don't think Matt is sending his song. Yeah, I'm not hearing Eric's echo. I guess you're getting an echo, Eric. But I'm not hearing it, so I guess the members are saying, Eric, you have an echo somewhere. Yeah, we get it. Echo.
We've done nothing.
We haven't changed anything, right?
Settings or anything. No, Tess, you always sound lovely.
Tess, I can't relate. I don't understand. Like, I don't hear it. You guys do. So whatever you're hearing, I can't hear it. He sounds fine to me. No, John, we did. We haven't touched anything. Been running the same way the entire night. So I don't know. Could be the latency. Maybe, you know, because we are right now in New England in the process of getting that hurricane. Yeah, it's Denny's fault. It's Denny's fault. All right, let me see. But my computer is messing up. All right, Matt, you know what? Don't stress it out. Not a problem. Let's do this. Let's close it out. Belle, send me over a song, actually right there in chats for us, please. We're going to have Belle do it. I guess Matt's having a little hard time with his computer, and that's quite all right, Matt. We'll get you on the next round, we promise. Don't stress it out. But if Gypsy, Belle, if you can send one right over to us, please, we would love that, so we can, you know, close out our show so everybody can go to bed and nights and all that fun stuff. Yeah, sometimes it's hard when you're doing the live shows like that. I got you right here there, Belle. You want me to just pick one for you, Gypsy? I can pick one. I have your page open. No, Matt, don't be sorry, man. It happens. It happens.
Am I still echoing?
Oh, you found it? Okay, Matt. All right, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, he said yes, you're still looking. All right. Yeah, get perking is Matt. All right, Matt, let me do this real quick. Let me see if I can find you here. I might be able to do this. All right, Matt, I got you right here. I'm going to pull one up for Matt, okay? I got him. I got it, guys. All right, here he is. We're going to close it out. Bella, thank you, though, so much. Appreciate it. I know you would have came through, but I was able to pull Matt up. So, Matt, I picked one for you come Monday. Is that all right? Because right now it's coming Saturday if we stay on any longer. Oh, Bev just sent one in. Look at this. Okay. All right. Get Perkin, Matt, come Monday by Jimmy Buffett. Look at that. I was able to pull him up. All right, buddy. Here we go. And then we'll close it out with what you just sent over. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is.
Heading out to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was meant for glitter, rock and roll. And honey, I didn't know that I'd be missing you so. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. Yes, it's been quite a summer, renting cars and westbound trains. And now you're off on vacation, something tried to explain. And darling, yes, I love you so. That's the reason I just let you go. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side. I can't help it, honey. You're that much a part of me now. Remember that night in Montana when we said there'd be no room for doubt. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I know that it's pretty up there. But we can go hiking on Tuesday. With you I'd walk anywhere. California has worn me quite thin. I just can't wait to see you again. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA, and I just want you back by my side. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA haze, and I just want you back by my side.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Get perk-a-lurkin'. Get perkin'. Matt doing a fantastic job. Come Monday, Matt, it was truly our honor to feature you, man. Thank you so much. It happens. You know, they're computers. It's technology. It's live streaming. Mistakes happen. Things happen. And again, you don't blame your host. You blame everybody that's involved with the show, other than Denny Cool. Never blame me, okay? I'll ban you from the show. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close it out. We have our final 2 artists right here, Eric. John CP and Bella, a.k.a. Gypsy Angel. They're going to be doing Cruisin' by Huey Lewis and the News. Kind of a weird name, huh? Huey Lewis and the News. Like, what's so big about the News? But anyways, guys, please enjoy these last picks right here. And of course, then we will give you our sweet outros and thank yous. So, hang loose. 3 minutes. Here they are.
Baby, let's cruise
away from here.
Don't be confused.
The way is clear, and if you want it, you got it forever. This is not a one-night stand, baby. Yeah, so let the music take your mind. Just release and you will find you're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together. Music is played for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together.
Baby, tonight
Belongs to us.
do everything right.
Do you must. And inch by inch we grow closer and closer to every little part of each other. Oh, baby, yeah. So let the music take your mind. Just release and you will find you're gonna fly away. Glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together. play for love. Cruising is made for love. I love it when we're cruising together. Cruise with me, baby.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, right there, John C.P. Bell, a.k.a. Gypsy Angel, Cruisin' by Huey Lewis in the newspapers. Fantastic job, you two. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you both. What a great song to close out on. That was beautiful. That was very beautiful. We appreciate it. Guys, thank you all so much. I know we ran a little bit late tonight for everybody. Eric apologizes for that, so doesn't the rest of the gang. So I, however, accept their apologies. But nonetheless, still thank all of you. And Eric, thank you for hanging in there with me, man, for the duration, doing the interview. We definitely, truly learned a lot more about you. And it's truly an honor, as always. And thank you for co-hosting the second half of the show. That was great fun, man. Awesome. I appreciate it.
I don't know if I'm still echoing, but have a great night. It was really a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Thank you so much again, everybody. Eric, thank you very much. Guys, until we sing again, please be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. Guys, have an awesome weekend. Take care. God bless. I am Denny Cool and gang and Eric saying have a great night.